This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News. We are coming to you live from Atlantic City, right out there. We are up in the room here because we have internet access up here. Unfortunately, not so much downstairs. But I want to give you the recap, the final recap of the show, and then I'm going to catch a plane back to the main office. Woo! First off, great show. Met a lot of people, new people. I've met a lot of folks that you just don't meet when you're in your own market. People from around the world, literally, but a lot of East Coast folks. This is predominantly an East Coast show. So for those of us from the Midwest, there's a few of us, and yay, guys from Ohio, give a shout out to them. Uh, Indiana, Illinois, I was talking to a variety of folks from around that Midwest part. A lot of great content at the show. The exhibit hall, we'll talk about that in a bit, but let's just look at the seminars to start with. Over the years, and this is just my opinion, I think the folks at DJ Tent have really been putting a lot of emphasis into the educational side of DJ Expo. I think this is probably one of the largest overlooked parts of the show by DJs. There's some great content. I've talked to some folks who have been in the halls and spending a lot of time, and a lot of them, they joke about that their competitors in their market don't come for, they just get the exhibit hall only pass. They don't get the seminar pass. And they laugh at them saying, go ahead, you do that, because I'm going to bury you to a point with the information that I get in these seminars, because it isn't, gear is a tool. And there's some incredible tools there, and I'll talk about that in a sec. But the education, how to use the tools, how to create a better business, how to become a better performer, that is really a big part of the DJ Times show now, the DJ Expo here in Atlantic City. And yet, it's not, most guys aren't looking at it that way. I mean, they're in the exhibit hall, there were 3,000 to 5,000 people going through. It was just chaos in the exhibit hall. And the seminars just aren't as attended as well. And it's just kind of a reality of the situation with DJs. When guys start to figure out that this educational side is worth more to them than the latest gizmo, that they build this part of their tool, then that will help them buy more of those tools. You're going to have a complete change of the industry. But that's just, the ones who get it and the ones who are really growing, they're the ones who are over here. They're learning from their peers. They're learning from some of the best in the industry, sharing and networking and doing different things rather than just this part of it. It's kind of a two-way thing, and they're back and forth. So probably the most underrated part of the show was great content, but most people didn't partake of that, and I think that's a real loss for those involved. The evening parties, there was a lot of fun, a lot of cool things. Last evening, they had the DJ competition of the year. Mike Walter from the Disc Jockey News and Elite Entertainment was the man in charge of that, putting it together and doing some things with that. We went up there, and it was wall-to-wall people, crazy, but it was really kind of cool. One of the things they have this kind of LED wrap-around screen thing going on, like you'd have at a sporting arena. And every time a new performer would go up on stage, their name would go kind of scrolling around. So when you see that, you'll see pictures of that. That's what that is, and it's really, really kind of a cool feature. I like that. Wall-to-wall people. I've got a little video clip from it last night. We'll put that up on in a future episode of DJN TV, so you can check that out. Okay. Finally, the exhibit hall. That's what this show is really, for a lot of people, that's what it's about. The exhibit hall, as I mentioned earlier, probably will be seeing somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000. It's really tough to gauge because people can drive in and they're here they might be here for 3 hours, 4 hours, and then they're gone. So in the course of a day, that room changes over numerous times. And each day you're seeing new people. It isn't really that uncommon to not see someone there as far as you see them once and you won't see them again the rest of the show just because either they're coming in or going out or they've gone through and now they're back at seminars. And today I saw 4 or 5 friends of mine. I know we're here, but I hadn't seen them at all until this morning because they were seminaring and now they came down to the exhibit hall. Exhibit hall, incredible. Lots of new things, new lights, new speakers, new companies. Some companies that have been around and have come back to the show. There's some new things out there. You'll see videos on that on our YouTube channel, the youtube.com/discjockeynews. Incredible pricing on some things. There's some stuff out there that $200-300 discount off. And we're talking. Sometimes it seems like from what you could buy it for, there was like 30-40%. It felt like discounts going on out there. A lot of great stuff. We've got videos coming out with some of the new lighting that came out, some of the new speakers. We just have a variety of things that we'll be getting out here between now and September when we get to the next DJ show, and we want to make sure we get most of this information up here pretty quickly for you because there's a lot of neat stuff. Unique things. Some things I hadn't seen before, and we'll have videos on these. It depends on how well the audio picked up. One of them was a fingernail printer. It was literally a printer that would print on your fingernail. You could pick a pre-done pattern, or you could actually, like a photo booth, it would take a picture, and you could take a picture of maybe it's for a Sweet 16. You could, the host, or I should say the person of honor, you could have their picture, and everyone could go and put their finger in, and it would print that on there, and they could do the top coat, and so it seals up. And that was something I hadn't seen before. There was a little device that would help you with strain relief on your Mac, and I've got video on that. But that was something I hadn't seen before. Photo booths were here. There's a few photo booths, not as many as there were in the past, but now they're starting to do different things with uploading capabilities to spots on the cloud or websites where they can do some work on the photos. And there are just a few different things with that in video. One cool thing was the ability to make a flip book where you stood in the booth and you're kind of messing around here for about 10 seconds, and then the device captured all those images, printed all those images, you cut those images, put them in, and you get this little flip book. We've got video footage of that. Hopefully the audio turned out on that also. But great show. The main players in the industry were here, so it was really great to see a lot of the Newmark and Pioneer, and you've got your speaker companies, you have RCF and Yamaha and PV and DA. Just a lot of cool companies here for that. Our music services were here, so you could check out all those different things, and you can check out our exhibit hall walkthrough video, and you get to see a lot of those. So great stuff at DJ Expo 2014. Now, of course, it's time to start thinking 2015. If you didn't get a chance to come this year, my recommendations is when they announce it, put it on your calendar. It's about the same time in August every year. But for your business, buy the full pass. Plan to come in and be here for the seminars on Monday. They start about 10 in the morning approximately. Plan to be here and attending seminars Monday and Tuesday for sure. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are seminar days. And you can hit the exhibit hall between. There's certainly time for that. But really, to invest in yourself and get the most out of DJ Expo, you really need to be hitting the educational side of it, plus taking advantage of some of the deals in the seminar room. But if you do that, your business and your billboard will thank you. This is John Young with the Disc Jockey News, coming to you live, wrapping up here before I hit the airplane from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Have a good one.